Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, First Community Financial Bank, the community bank where you come first. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Winnett, and with me are representatives from the Conservation Foundation. Brooke McDonald is their president and CEO, and with him is Jan Rail. She's the DuPage County Program Director. So thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you for having us.
So let's start with you, Brooke. Tell us about the mission of the Conservation Foundation and what you do.
Sure. Well, the Conservation Foundation has been around for 43 years. And we're a not-for-profit, like a whole lot of them out there. And our mission is to preserve and restore open space and natural areas, clean up our rivers and streams, and promote stewardship of the environment. And we've been involved working with park districts and forest preserve districts for more than 4 decades, and we've helped preserve more than 33,000 acres of land, some of that which is in Naperville.
Okay, and a lot, probably a good amount, I would think.
Yeah, Naperville is blessed with lots of great parks and lots of great forest preserves and other open spaces.
Yeah. Now you have a brand new initiative that you're working on, conservation in our community. So tell me a little bit about why you're doing that and what's it all about.
Sure. Well, we've always wanted to have a much deeper impact at the local community level. So we received a grant from the DuPage Foundation, and we picked 5 communities, and Naperville is one of them.
Thank you for picking us.
You're welcome. Well, yeah, we tried to pick the low-hanging fruit, and Naperville certainly understands the value of conservation, open space, clean water, and clean air, so it was easy to pick Naperville. Plus, we're in Naperville, so we already have relationships and a partnership established with the city and the park district anyways. But what we're really trying to do is to dive deeper into these communities and have a much broader impact on open space, clean water, clean air, and engage people at the local level, even at the, and what we mean by locals, we're talking at the neighborhood level and even in people's yards through our Conservation at Home program. So we just want to dive deeper and have a more meaningful impact and try to help make conservation more relevant to people where they live.
Okay. Now, Jen, tell us a little bit more about specifically what you're going to be doing.
Well, we're having workshops in each of the communities. In Naperville, we've already had one at the Knock Knolls Nature Center, and it's to get residents there and to have them start planting native plants and thinking about the water and conserving water. One of the other things that we're looking at is rain barrels. Okay. And Naperville actually has a rain barrel program. You can actually go to their website and you can purchase the rain barrels through them or through the Conservation Foundation. And if each person does their part to help clean up the rivers or conserve water, it helps everyone. And also we have an opportunity, if any resident is interested, they can call the Conservation Foundation and they can have us, myself or another gentleman in our office, come visit your property and to get it certified as a Conservation at Home property by planting native plants and practicing sustainable, things at your house. But also, as part of the program, the city has actually asked us to design a native garden next to City Hall. Oh. So if residents are interested in wanting to know what native plants look like, we're going to have plugs that we're going to start there. You can see what the native plants look like. And as we said, we're doing the native plants. We're also working the rain barrel sale and then the workshops is how Naperville is involved.
Okay, that's great. So I can actually plant plants that probably will thrive in my garden as opposed to the ones that may not thrive in my garden.
Well, we're trying to get people planting natives because that's what the pollinators need, the birds and the butterflies. They need the food. Right. And there's a problem with monarch butterflies not having enough food with the swamp milkweed. So people planting native plants, it provides food for nature.
It brings it all full circle.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
And native plants are a lot easier to take care of. Once they get established, you don't have to water them, you don't have to fertilize them. They basically take care of themselves because they evolved here. They understand how to live in this climate without people helping them.
That's a good thing. For those of us who are not good gardeners, that's a good thing, right?
Right.
Now you're partnering with folks. Tell us who you're partnering with here in town.
Well, we're partnering with the city. They've always been a great partner with us, the Naperville Park District. And of course, this is being funded through the DuPage Foundation. But we also partner with the DuPage County Stormwater Committee. And they help fund a lot of these water-related projects county-wide, including Naperville. And the DuPage River Sweep is on May the 16th, right?
Correct.
And that's our annual river cleanup of the DuPage River. The DuPage River flows right through Naperville. Naperville's always been very supportive with the volunteer groups coming out. And every year we remove, or the volunteers remove,
like 9 tons of trash.
From our
Wow.
river. It's hard to believe that
Yes.
every year that
Yes.
we're
There's more in
constantly
there.
taking more out, but stuff floats in and gets blown in. But our river, our DuPage River right here through Naperville is definitely a lot cleaner than what it used to be.
Yes.
That's great. So that's a very hands-on way people can get involved with you.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
there other very hands-on ways that they can come out and participate in the good work you're doing?
Yes, we have a storm drain stenciling program. As Brooke said, it's through the DuPage stormwater management.
Okay.
They fund that for us. But you can do storm drain stenciling in Naperville. And we
Tell me what that is.
a lot of scout groups do it where you actually put a stamp in front of each drain saying it drains to the river. Make people aware that whatever you put
okay.
down there is
Yeah.
going right to the river.
With spray paint.
Yeah.
It's sort of a
Okay.
legal way to do graffiti.
I got you. I
Yeah.
love it. That's fun.
Get people out there. I mean, and a lot of, like I said, Girl Scout groups, Boy Scout groups, church groups, they get really involved doing that too.
Yeah,
and
it makes you think.
Yeah.
And Adopt a Stream, that's another program we have where people can come and adopt a section of river, a mile stretch of river. We have several segments in Naperville that have been adopted at this time. And in that way, after 2 years of doing a cleanup program, you get a sign up there saying, whoever is, like we have one at North Central College, they have adopted a section of stream and they clean it up each year.
That's great. So if you were to sum up, tell us how you feel that you are really helping us have a better place to work, to live here with the work that you're doing in this new initiative.
Well, Naperville's a great place to work and raise a family. It's constantly rated as one of the top communities in the country. And it's because of the parks and the open space and the clean water and the clean air and the river. And we want to continue to improve those amenities in Naperville and keep moving Naperville forward. Everybody wants clean water. Everybody wants clean air. People love the parks and the open spaces. People like to see wildlife and interact with wildlife, and they want places to play. And Naperville has all of these amenities, and so we just want to make it as best as we possibly can. And we feel that the folks in Naperville get it, they understand it,
Yep.
and then they embrace that.
That's terrific. That's great work that you're doing. And to learn more about the Conservation Foundation and their new community initiative, please visit their website. We're going to be right back after these messages with more Spotlight, so stay with us.